Harry's long-lost brother, and Harry comes face to face with the devastating loss of his hairline. That's The Estate, tomorrow at 8:30. But before we go live to Eamon and the gang, there's just time to look forward to what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 9:30, we have an in-depth documentary about the downfall of Jacob Hamilton Mann, which forced this year's early election. That's The Night Visitor at 9:30, poorly narrated by Patrick Bannon. At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multimillionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who is suffering the worst. Here's a clue. It's not the millionaire. At 11:30, fasten your seatbelts.
No, it was all four of them. It's like a fucking intervention. We're worried about you, Eamon. I mean, honestly, you have a couple of little episodes on live TV and... Was that? Really? 5 of them? Jesus, that is a lot. Yeah, anyway, where does she get off judging me? You know, she goes out, gets drunk every night, brings a different fella home. She doesn't even ask their names, and I'm unstable. Do you know what they sing about her around town? Aoife's worth a punt with her flappy little... Yep, standing by. Good evening, I'm Eamon Titley. Tonight, behind me is a true TV legend, now running for Prime Minister, everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job, but as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds, places.
It's time. Let's start the show.
In 5, 4, 3, 4, 3...
Just can't shred your ass. I got just a job. When that stupid monkey won't stop clawing at your back, I got just a job. When you're cold and stupid and your mother won't get home, Thank you, girls. Cracking song. Good evening, friends. And yes, it's true, I can hardly really believe it myself, but we are back for this special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job. And to be clear, it's the show that you remember, with me good old sidekick, little Jimmy Chisel, some top tips on how to improve your DIY, and of course, some special surprise guests from Just the Job's illustrious past. And I know what you're all thinking, oh, there's an election coming up. But there'll be no politics tonight, not on this show, and that is a Peter Clement promise. So let's get tonight's show kicked off with a slightly askance look at the mighty Bevel, because you
Hold
will
it
be
right there, please.
Oh, come on. Oh, my God, it's you.
Yeah, it certainly is me.
You naughty, naughty little fuckers. Sorry.
Peter.
Hey, Frank, did you know about this? Look at that face. God, you fucking did. You cheeky fuckers.
Peter, you thought you were here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job.
I can't believe this. I can't.
But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Now, Peter, let's get you to the studio.
I'm gonna fucking have you, fuckers. I can't bloody dance with you about all the way along. For you.
They're all fine. This way, Peter. Mind your step.
I didn't bloody know. I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of your show.
Right, I'm back. Deja vu, mate.
No, I'm getting deja vu about talking about deja vu.
Double deja.
Is that a thing?
I don't know, is it?
I think so. I think I had it back then.
And now?
No, I've never had this conversation before.
I doubt anyone has.
It does seem one. Oops, gotta go. Eamon's here. Have a good show.
Double Deja. Trademarking that.
Have you vote? So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this? Eamon? How long have you been planning? Eamon?
Peter Gordon Clement, you were born October 10th, 1923 in the northern town of Rotherham to Fanny and Martin Clement.
Oh, Peter, what have we let ourselves in for?
That's right. They got up at the crack of dawn to take the trip down to the capital by coach. It's your infamous old man and her long-suffering husband, Fanny and Martin Clement. Who are you?
I'm Julia Salisbury.
You Peter's mother?
No.
I see. All right, come on then.
They brought me on early.
Look on the bright side. You get to the pub quicker that way.
I wish. I've got to get back to Campaign HQ. The phones will be ringing off the hook tonight. Oh, and if I may, Eamon, viewers can call Advance with any questions after the show on capital 341562.
Yeah, great, whatever. Sit down. So, what was life like for young Peter growing up in the Clement house?
Well, obviously I wasn't there, but I'd imagine that there were a lot of similarities between the child Peter Clement and the man sat before you tonight, Eamon. Just like the adult Peter, I'd imagine that the 5-year-old version was headstrong, charming, and a lot more coherent before 8 p.m.
Not entirely sure what this path is supposed to be about.
That's rather good. Who are you?
I'm Julia Salisbury. Peter and I are running for Prime Minister.
Oh, that explains it. Yeah, I think I've seen your face on a bus stop.
Plausible.
Julia Blueberry, everybody!
Vote for the election.
Don't worry about it. You wouldn't recognise any of the other candidates either. He only reads articles about himself.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Who's running this show?
Oh, Christ, it's...
Dorothy Hammerman. You called me at the wrong time. You please give an excuse for a cruise ship entertainer.
Cruise ship.
Oh, please stop licking, Eamon. My arse is quite clean enough. Peaty, sweetie. Peace, Eamon.
Dotty. Mwah. Mwah. Here's one finger for the north
and
two fingers to the south, and we can all apologise tomorrow.
Sorry.
He's having a drink.
He's having a very difficult day. I wish I'd never bought that mobile phone.
They'll never catch on. Who wants the phone going off when you're having a quiet pint?
Yes, that's what they said about television too.
So, Dorothy, let me ask you, what do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
Eamon?
Yes, Mrs. Hammerman.
Well, that question is clearly not meant for me, is it?
Well...
Think about it, Eamon. When Peter was a child in Rotherham, what was I?
Also a child?
I wasn't even a fucking fetus, you idiot!
Yes, of course, yes.
So why did you ask me that question?
I have to stick to the script.
Pardon?
I have to stick to the script. My therapist...
You're what?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, just grow a bloody spine, man! You're lucky you don't work at 3. I would send you to a fucking boot camp!
Dorothy Hammerman, everyone!
Oh, jacket!
I don't suppose you feel like taking me with you, do you?
Darling, you interviewed the Archbishop of Pendleshire after 12 pints and more than a few whiskey chasers. You know my rule, sweetie. Just keep taking the medicine.
Until either it starts to help.
Or you no longer need it. Hey, Eric. Don't think I didn't see you there.
Oh, shit. Well, before we bring our next guest on, let's look at a classic clip from Just the Job. It's on that monitor there. Peter, if you'd like to watch.
And that's about 2 minutes.
Right, I'm going to have a look at that monitor. I've no idea what clip you're going to play.
Oh, he's having a drink.
Interesting choice.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, bottoms up.
Yeah, why not? Got to keep the old grey matter lubricated after all. Can we reset, please?
We've seen this one. It's the drinking game. Just press the advert button again to skip it.
Right, I'm not going to argue with you, Eric, but we are definitely fucked here. It's just a question of how badly fucked are we? I mean, are we talking tickling us with the tip or crushing prostates?
You should have been a poet.
By the time Hammerman's finished with us, we won't be able to hold a pen.
I don't think she was actually angry with us. Apparently she got a phone call in the first slot, and we're just collateral damage.
I can't work as a poet, Eric.
10 seconds, everybody.
Don't know any rhymes.
Okay, going in 5, 4, 3...
Fantastic memories there from one of the nation's most beloved TV shows. Now, Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64 and again from 1972 to 1976. And Peter, across many, many of those shows, there was always one man by your side.
To me up.
And that's not him.
Can I not just do my own line, love?
Nah, it's too late. What's your name, darling?
Chelsea Buns.
Oh, that's your actual name. Okay, Chelsea Buns, everybody!
Oh, no, I forgot my jiggy bit. Oh, I'm coming. Wait for me, I'm coming.
Chelsea, how are you, pet?
Peaty love. Oh, you've not aged a jot.
Try telling that to me, bladder.
You take a seat there now. Well, Chelsea, you're certainly in a position to give us a unique insight into this bit of Peter's life.
Well, to be honest, love, I'm not. But as I'm here and I'm on telly, I'll give it a go. Fire away.
Right, what are the differences, would you say, between the on-screen and off-screen versions of Peter Clement?
Oh, well, I'd like to think that the off-screen version is a lot more sober.
Well, you'd be surprised, love. Everybody likes a drink in this game, or worse. But I've never got mixed up in drugs. And as my old man used to say, what looks like chocolate often turns out to be sculpted shite.
Yes, we've got a little bit of archive footage here which shows us exactly what you're talking about there. Let's have a look at that.
Oh, God.
OK, LJ, let's take a look at one of our viewers' letters.
Right you are, boss. This first one's from... This can't be right.
Give me that. This letter is from... Oh.
See?
This letter is from Dick Cockley.
Dick Cockley?
Who comes from... Oh, fuck off.
Let me. Dick Cockley from Little Muff on the Green. He says, it's not a real place, is it?
Fuck knows. I know we shouldn't have had those chasers, though.
He says, don't look at me, you'll set me off.
He says that?
No, shut up. He says, dear Peter, I'm having terrible trouble with my knob. It's so small I can't even use it.
I think he's talking about a doorknob, ladies and gents.
I wouldn't be so sure. Listen to this.
Oh, God.
I've tried to get a bigger one, but all the shops have run out of big knobs. All they've got left is tiny little knobs even smaller than mine.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, I'm too pissed for this.
Bloody lightweight. The other day, I needed to get into the bathroom in a hurry, but I couldn't get a grip on the tiny knob. I got so angry that I kicked the knob with all my might and it went straight through the wood. So now my knob is stuck inside the door.
You don't need our help, mate. You need a doctor.
I don't have a big enough tool to get it out. Can Just the Job please send one of your fellas over with one of their big tools to try and fish out my little knob? For Christ's sake, did you write this, Frank?
It's real.
It's real. Oh, Christ. I'm so sorry, Dick.
Dick Cockley. Just get to the end.
Okay, I'm nearly there. Otherwise, Peter, I'm afraid my knob might be lost forever.
So great to see you've lost none of the old spark there.
God, I remember that. We were 3 sheets to the wind. You should get Jimmy out here to talk about it.
Actually, that was the plan.
I used to watch Just the Job back in the day. Oh, yes. You see, I used to work in City and my boss, he bought me a colour telly. You don't need to know the details. But it meant I could watch Just the Job whenever I could. I were that excited. I used to tell the old world and his mother, see him, I know him. Oh, Petey, love, I was so proud to have known you. Oh, and also so sad to have lost your love. I mean, I know it were only a few months, and let's face it, we were so bloody young, but, you know, you were... No, you still are the nicest, kindest, most attentive bloke I've ever been with. And I'll tell you something else for nowt. You were the only man who used to make me...
Steady now.
And without you, I would never have discovered the reliable pleasures of the black and tan.
First girl I ever knew to drink a pint. Oh, whatever happened to us, eh?
You did, Petey, love. You and the black and tans.
Yeah. I remember. Sorry, Jules.
You're all right, Petey. I forgave you years ago. You were weak and easily led. And let's be honest, once you had a fucking drink inside you, you were a sucker for a pretty face. It was like you had this insatiable need to be loved. Like you had something to prove to the entire fucking world. More likely, yourself.
Chelsea Bonds, everybody!
Thank you for agreeing to do this.
I just wanted to see your eyes again. They're not the same, Peter. Are you lost, love?
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go and fight on the continent, and it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Of course, I was only a kid during the war, so my main memory is of being with a nice family in Chintlebury.
It's not your best friend of the last 40 years, but actually could be worse. It's little Jimmy Chisholm! Right, yeah, let's go to
Mr. Cockley, I presume.
You can call me Dick.
Yeah, take a seat there. So, tell us, what's it like to be friends with Peter Clement?
You know, Eamon, I was sitting back there watching all the footage on the monitors and I was thinking, well, despite all the injuries from his constant drunken pranks, yeah, it was still one of the best bits of my life.
Yeah, we never really were friends, though, were we, LJ?
Oh, I'll go by Jim now, mate.
Right you are. You see, Jim here can hold his drink. There's nothing lightweight about him. We put whiskey in his coffee, vodka in his squash. Just seemed to give the show a bit more of an edge of unpredictability.
Oh, and kept the Red Cross on their toes, too, from time to time.
God, we're awful to you, man. A lesser man would have walked out.
Maybe a less desperate one.
Yeah. Well, I know it might seem backward, but we used to drink to ease the repetitive boredom of the same old success. And you know, Eamon, as my old man used to say, you can even get tired of Quim.
If it's the only dish on the menu.
Little Jimmy Chessel, everybody.
Sorry about that, mate.
No, that weren't your fault. No, I kept my distance, if I'm being honest. So angry with you for all these years now, Pete. I'm glad I did this. I think I needed to.
See you for a pint after.
Indubitably, Mr. Cockley.
Well, it wasn't only just the job, Peter, that brought you into the nation's homes. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for nearly 7 years, you brought that inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's have a look at a classic clip now.
And a couple of minutes back.
Same as before?
Sure is. You okay, Eamon?
Am I drunk, Eric?
Don't think so.
Must be the show, then. The show must be drunk, Eric.
Maybe I'll get it a coffee.
I think we're past that point.
Oh, drink again.
Penny for him.
If you were a pop star, Eric, a genuine cocaine, groupies on the tour bus level pop star, would you give it all up to be a priest?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably as crazy as giving up a 5-night-a-week chat show to become a politician.
Ha! I'll drink to that.
Oh, no thanks, I still need my job. Can we reset, please?
Well, how drunk is he?
Well, we drank half a bottle of Urkistani Special Reserve, whatever that is.
Mother Mary, help us.
Please, Eamon, just go with the flow. 10 seconds, everybody.
You go with the fucking flow. I'm sticking to the script.
Going in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Unforgettable stuff. But, Peter, while you took all the credit, arguably, someone else did all the work, didn't they now? Who's this?
Peter Clement, I coming for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's someone foreign.
Oh no! Now we have to finish it. Drink. In glorious Turkestan, people fight to death for a single shot of this. It's very popular television program. Tonight, you swig from bottle without...
Yep, that's it. I think we can safely say we've got him drunk.
Raise your ass, Captain Christ! That is 60%.
Right, what happened here?
Yeah, sorry, Eamon.
Oh yeah, he spit on chair like a village prostitute at annual feast of Bukkake.
Right, fine, we'll do the interview standing up. Eric, could you?
Already on it.
Oh, yes, we stand for interview. And then we drink like we march to certain death tomorrow. Like in war, yes? Try again. Only this time, like you have balls of bull and not penis of flea.
Let's tally another drink.
Now you fit to execute dissidents?
Amen!
No, thank you.
Drink, Spangly Man.
No, you see, I have a very low tolerance to that sort of thing.
Either you drink with me, or I send special Urkistani Black Ops unit to your home, and they kill you and all your family.
Just the one, then.
For glorious Urkistan!
Have we killed him? No? Right, well, let's get this sorted out. Eric, is Jim still here?
They're all still here waiting for the finale.
Get him out, then. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and sorry for the unforeseen circumstances. Stick with us, and we will get this back on track.
It's like man who tried to set fire to a house for insurance and end up burning down whole village.
Not helping, mate.
Not trying to.
What do you need?
These are his cue cards. You are host.
Right, you are, PC.
Thanks, El. Thank you, Jim.
And that's thanks to Dorothy. No, that's not right. It's thanks to Eben Bonamage.
Come on, Ivan, this way, mate.
Yes, maybe I'll lie down into the window.
Good idea. You need to be ready for the finale. One problem at a time, Eric. Right, you go to the podium. I'll get Ivan off. Come on, mate, go off for the song.
Oh, yes, right. Yes, we sing of the old times in the forest and the future of glorious Erkistan. Yes, land of my fathers, land where man is man. Onward to slaughter for glorious Erkistan, where the penis is are large, and we think of the glory that you mustn't tales. Oh, I'll be sick now.
And that brings us to last year, when you surprised the whole country by announcing that you're forming a new political party. And as the last bit of your life is always the future...
Son, it's time we had a talk.
Well, I know that voice. It's your old man myself, and I assume your father. Please welcome Martin and Fanny Clement.
It's just me, love. Martin's asleep in that holding area. Still, one's enough to conjure some spunk, as they say on the wards. Jim Petal, nice to see you.
And you too, Mrs. Clement.
Oh, call me Fanny, love. We're way past formality. After all, as they say in the Navy, no point in brushing your teeth when you've already swallowed me muck. This way, pet.
Yeah, I'll put that in for you.
Hello. Oh. Sorry about your pa. He's had one too many and I didn't see any point in waking him up.
No, right, Mum. I think you heard you in a little bit earlier.
We have been waiting a while, pet, yes. Now, love, this isn't easy, but there's something I want to talk about.
Oh, what's that then?
We need to talk about your drinking, Petey.
Why?
It's not right, pet. Look at the state of things.
Everybody drinks in show business, ma'am. They love it when I'm drunk. I'm not hurting anyone.
OK. I didn't want to do this, but as they say in prison, if they won't open their mouths, you'll just have to use the shunt. You there, come here. Could you get everyone out here, pet?
Yes, we'd planned that for the song after the debate.
Well, can you bring them out now instead?
Yes, OK.
And while we wait, perhaps you could tell us a story from Peter's childhood.
OK. Right. This is a story from a long time ago. Probably even before Petey can remember. You were 4, maybe 5 years old, and you were playing out in the back garden. His dad were on the prowl.
You were always on the prowl.
Yes, but this isn't about him. This is about you. Anyway, you hadn't been out there long when all of a sudden you came rushing in, all covered in blood, and you were holding something in your hands. It were a bird, a pigeon. You said you'd seen it all roughed up by a neighbour's cat, and you were holding it out to me like I was some sort of vet. So we got a shoebox, and you made a bed for it out of leaves and grass from garden.
Why don't I remember this?
And you refused to go to school. You just spent the days tending your bird, feeding it with your fingers, talking to it. You even sang to it once, if I remember rightly. But in spite of all you did, on the 4th morning you woke up and bird were dead. You were inconsolable, pet. No matter what I did, you would not stop crying for weeks. But something about it weren't sitting right. You were feeling guilty, but it weren't your fault. Eventually, you cracked and told me the truth. There weren't no cat. You'd been angry with your dad and you'd kicked your football, meaning to smash a window, and you'd hit the bird. It weren't your fault, but well...
Oh, God, I remember. There were feathers everywhere.
So we held a little ceremony and we buried it in the back garden. And you gave a little speech. You said you would never hurt anything ever again. You would always help. You said that were a Peter Clement promise. First time you'd used that phrase. And you meant it, Pet, became your life. Never hurt, always help. But I'm looking at these people here, these bits of your life, people you've hurt. There's the ex-girlfriend you cheated on, the colleague you bullied, and your new friend here, the one who says you're only good before 8 o'clock. And as for the rest of them, your drinking pals, 2 of them are passed out backstage and the last one's stormed off to a wine bar.
What's your point, Ma?
Chelsea, Pet. How did you feel when you found our Petey in bed with Victoria?
Oh, God, that were years ago.
Come on, tell her the story.
Well, I spent the afternoon with Jan Sandwood, you know, Victoria's sister, and I'd bought Petey here a present. So I went to look for him in his secret hiding place under the stage. Only when I got there, like he'd hear giggling and bottles clinking. Don't know why I kept on walking. I knew what were going on. I guess I just had to see it for myself, you know, with my own eyes.
Oh, God.
Pair of you were half naked, wrapped up in your tatty, bloody sleeping bag. God knows how much you'd had. At one point, your head just lolled backwards and it were like you were seeing beyond me. You were that far gone, it were like I were sodding invisible.
I didn't mean for it to happen, Chelsea. It was just one of those things.
Yeah, like when Jimmy lost part of his foot.
Oh, come on, Jim, that was just
Petey, you are a treasure, Pep, but when you drink, you hurt people. And the more they love you, sorry, love, but the more they love you, the deeper you hurt them.
You're going to be Prime Minister, Pet, but if you don't stop, if you don't change, you'll forget things. You'll miss things. This lovely lady here, tell us about Huntledon, please.
Well, you saw it on the news, I'm sure.
Tell us how it was for you.
It was, well, as you all saw, Peter was slurring slightly and the invective was, shall we say, flowing freely. And Peter called an audience member well, you all know what word he used.
Aye, we do that. It was cunt, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And that's not really what politicians are supposed to do.
Didn't hurt us in the polls, though.
No. That's the amazing thing. Nothing Peter does seems to hurt us in the polling. But I was watching a young activist in the crowd. I like to watch the crowd at these things, get some instant feedback. And she was looking up at Peter on the stage when you were talking, well, ranting by this point. And when you said that word, a light went off in her eyes. I saw it happen. And she looked at the floor and then she turned and pushed her way through the crowds. And that young woman will never vote for us. And it's not because of what Peter was saying, that the point he was making was really good. It was just the words the drink chose to use. That's what scared me.
What are you most afraid of, Pet?
I'm scared of two things. I'm scared that... Sorry, Peter, but I'm scared that you'll drink yourself to death. And I'm scared that it will cost us the election. And as a result, millions of people we could have helped...
You only hurt people when you drink, Petey. But after the election, when you're running the country, how many more people will get hurt because you took your eye off the ball and onto a bottle?
I don't know. What to say, Mum?
Who here thinks things would be better if our Petey gave up the booze?
Of course.
Sorry, mate,
Yes.
but she's right.
I mean, well, obviously I think Peter is a suitable
Not
candidate.
now, Pet, just answer.
Sorry. Then, yes.
Do you understand, Petey?
Yes, Ma. Sorry, Charles. Jim. Sorry, Julie. Everyone.
Don't be sorry, Petey. Be better. Say you'll change. Look your old man in the eyes and promise me.
I want to. But I don't know how.
You can't do it alone. It's impossible. But you're not alone, are you?
No, Ma.
Good. Come and give your mother a hug. When you're feeling sleepy and you just keep crying out, Ma's got just the job. When it's overwhelming and there's nobody about, Ma's got just the job. Troubles come like sunsets every single day. Brave men stand and fight with them. Cowards run away. But if you've made things better when your time has gone to stay, then that's just the job.
And we're out.
All right, slow and steady wins the race.
He's such a sweetie when he's on your TV.